Excuse me. Oh, I feel like a little under the weather here. Actually, I don't feel under the weather. I'm just like weirdly congested. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm stirring my brew this morning. I just want to document this so I don't forget it. Wow, all night long, and I actually kind of forgot it was the full moon when I woke up a few times last night. And, because I kept saying, I kept hearing, so let me tell you, there was some dark ritual going on last night. For me to pick up on it, I could hear it while I was sleeping. They were, whoever this was calling in and hailing Lucifer, like hard fucking core. And I woke up like, why am I hearing like a bunch of people? And I'm like going through my own thing of my own prayers, protection. Like, I don't know who these group of people were, but there were a lot of people hailing in Lucifer. And I'm like, why am I hearing this? Holy crap. Go back to sleep. And I had this weird, it wasn't a dream, it was both Morning Star and Christ. Like paralleling, I don't know, the other one, just paralleling. I kept getting paralleling, and I didn't understand what that meant. But it was Christ and Lucifer paralleling in our world, and I was like, I woke up again like, why am I hearing this? And I was getting all this other stuff about, I don't even know. It was weird. I could, but I'm talking all night long, there were groups of people chanting all night long for Lucifer. That concerned me. I don't think of Lucifer. I don't chant for Lucifer. I am all about the divine creator of all that is, the Holy Spirit and divine Christ, because we are the Christ here. But whoever is out there in the world is calling in hardcore for Lucifer. So hang the freak on, because it's about to change. I mean, I heard it all night. I could not hear it. That's what was freaking me out. I'm like, why? I don't want to hear this. I kept like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. Why am I hearing this? I don't want to hear this. All night long. I'm exhausted from listening to whoever the freak is out there doing that. I've never heard it like that before in my life. And I've seen and heard some weird shit. I'm not calling in the Dark Lord. No, you got some hardcore people out there that are really calling in the Dark Lord. It could be because of all this holy weird shit. The election we just had, it is a Taurus, full moon. And of course I posted a picture of Morning Star, and so you know what Morning Star looks like, so you don't ever get mistaken. But it wasn't because I posted the picture. I could hear this all in my sleep. This chanting, it was chanting. And it was just freaky. And I just kept getting a bunch of all this weird information that I'm still like I'm literally having my cup of coffee trying to wake up, but I wanted to document this because I don't want to forget this. Excuse me. So just know, there's a bunch of little dark fuckers out there calling in their Dark Lord on the full moon. That means there was a sacrifice done. And then I found it interesting, and I have to personally be careful because I'm a strong empath. I can pick up and have flashbacks of other people's things. I don't ever try. It's not that I try to. I just can't. I'm powerful. And with Allie, I had to be careful because with that Allie Carter chick, because she's got MK Ultra. Anybody who watches her, and I'm not saying this, please don't take this wrong, but she's got MK Ultra codes on her. We all do, but she's got some different kind. Listening to her mother, and I do this because I work with people who have been trafficked in addictions and recovery, and it's not just Hollywood. It happens in your own neighborhood. okay? Know that. It happens in your own neighborhood. It's no joke. When you go to the courthouse, you go to the police station, maybe even the grocery store, but mostly the courthouse or the police station or whatever, you'll see a sign that talks about your county. And there's child trafficking. And you know who is the one that's doing it? CPS, Child Protective Services, is supplying these weirdos with children. So put that aside for a second. Know that. This isn't just Hollywood. This is in your own hometown, in your school systems. Know this. There's tunnels everywhere. Know that. It's not far-fetched. And if you think it's far-fetched, you need to pull your head out of the sand and wake the fuck up. Just saying. If you have kids, you need to protect them, always. So being an empath, even you empaths out there, when you watch this stuff, like, cause I'm not saying don't watch it, but because it's important. Like, she's about protecting the kids. She's letting everybody know the levels of this Hollywood shit. And it's deeper than that. It goes into your political people. It goes into your police people. It goes into your town people. Like, it's not just Hollywood. It's everywhere, okay? And that's what concerns me, is it's so much of Hollywood getting the attention, but it's everywhere. It's just because, I don't know, because it's fucking more creepier up there. But, so that means they were doing dark ritual. That means codes were activated. For anyone that's been part of a dark ritual, codes were activated. For any of these people who have been there, who have been part of it. And if you're an empath, and you're, like, watching, and you're aware of this, depending on the level of your empathy, you can pick up on, without even knowing it. And this took me a long time to understand this stuff. You can pick up on what's going on. And that's where the discern comes in. Because it took me I still have a hard time sometimes discerning. It takes a long time to discern it. And when I mean that, is meaning knowing it's not yours. It's not yours, it's somebody else that you're feeling and you're going through. Because it's hard when you're experiencing someone else's trauma, literally, it traumatizes you. And you don't know how to shut it off. I didn't, anyway, for a very long time. It almost killed me, no lie. Not today, though. I got stronger and I started understanding who I am. Enough to be hearing a bunch of people hailing in Lucifer last night. So that means there were blood sacrifices and ritual done. And even right in your own little families, people doing little hoodoo, voodoo, blood rituals. And don't think that doesn't go on, my dear. Because it does. It does. So, so Christ and both of them are here. Just Morningstar and Christ are here. They are one and the same, but they're not. And I feel like that's because of the bloodline. And that's why they can get confused. I don't know, like distorted. The energy can get distorted. And I don't care if you believe me or not, all these books you're reading are all Lucifer's books. Your Bibles, all of it. You are in Lucifer's world. You don't think you're not reading his books? I'm not saying God isn't in there. I'm not saying the creator God of all that is not in there. But you are reading about the Sumerians. You are reading about Enki and Enlil and Inanna and all the other Sumerian brothers and sisters. And then you're reading about the factions that broke off and aligned with Draco. You're not reading about the people, you're reading about us. All this shit that's coming out right now, that's us. That's in the Bible right now. That's in the Bible. They just reworded it. They renamed things. Made it look a little different. That's all Nephilim, fallen angel stuff. Sacrifice, hurting kids. That's all ritual. That's all Nephilim. That's all fallen angel, demonic. You're reading it in the Bible. So you're reading. You understand? Like, I get it. I'm not saying the Bible doesn't have a lot of information. Clearly it does. But you're in Lucifer's world. You can never fucking forget that. And you're reading his books. And it is distorted. And I do listen and I do hear what Ashana says. It makes sense to me. Of course we are. We fell into this world to experience this time as humans, right? We are truly God, creator of all it is. Don't ever forget that. You are the divine spark in this weird place where Lucifer dwells, who created this place. And his reign is over. And whatever's going on with this full moon, they were calling him in. They were doing some dark ritual last night. So I don't know. Maybe I was picking up on. I was picking up on a lot of things, but I just wanted to share that. And I don't know. It's not always. I don't always understand. I wasn't trying to pick up on it either. I kept praying to God. I'm like, why am I hearing this? Please, God, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. I do not ever, 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 ever will align ever with the Dark Lord. You know, like I really wanted God to understand that I was not calling in. It was that level of experiencing it, hearing it. I could hear the chanting. It was deep. It was deep, and know that. And it was deep underground. It was done in dark places. It was done in the woods. The birds were chirping last night because the birds were confused whether it was night or day because the moon was so bright. And it is a powerful moon for us, too. Know that. Of course it is. It's just something that I happened to pick up while I was sleeping all night long. Somebody was chanting that. I mean, it could be my neighbor for all I know. Excuse me. I'm like so weirdly congested. It's the weirdest thing. Like I feel fine. But I'm just like all this congestion. It's just for the past, I don't know, I made chicken soup and I'm gonna start making some of this tea because it's weird. It's just like I'm all phlegmy, but I feel okay. I don't have aches. I did, but I don't ache or anything like that. I don't have a fever. I just am full of congestion. It's fucking weird. Hi, Anita. Good morning. Grand Rising. You did? Oh my God, I love you. 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 Yes, the horses. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Yes, the horses. The horses. I think they sacrificed some of them. To be honest with you. Oh, I get the shivers when I said that. Yes, I was picking up on the horses too. Big time. And I know we just had there was a big rescue of horses too recently from the reservation, and but they also had gotten a bunch in for slaughter, and I thought, oh, here we go, because you know that's what they do for ritual right around the full moon. I'm sure all these horse people, these rescues know this shit. I'm sure they picked up on that a long time ago. Every moon there's some kind of gathering of horses and animals and weirdo shit, because they do weirdo stuff with it, you know. And I don't know, just I could hear it in my sleep. It woke me up. Like, it woke me up. I was like, what? Who is chanting this? And it was just, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say it, so I'm not going to say it. But, like, it was the same chant all night long. And thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know I'm not the only one that would hear that stuff, and I feel like anyone who has any kind of MK, I don't even think you have to, but I feel for those who have been, bear witness and have been abused and that stuff. I know that they have some kind of like recall to want to go back, you know, after listening to Allie's mom about that, of like, she would explain like full moons or certain things that would go on, it would trigger her. And that happens to any of us any day of the week with whatever, depending on what you've been through. It's really made a lot of sense about a lot of things. But whatever people, okay, so we just had clearly the election here in the United States. A lot of the Hollywood people are pissed off Camilla didn't win because she can't keep up their their lies. She would have been a great cover-up for what they continue to do. And that can't happen anymore because Trump is blowing the lid off of this stuff. And don't ever forget, he is also part of the same bird. Don't let that fool you. Anybody out there. These are just puppets. They really have no power. They work for someone else who has the power, if you will. They don't. They still work for the same master. They just do things a little differently. I'm not saying he isn't going to make changes. I'm not saying that things won't get better. I don't know. But he's not Camilla. Let's put it that way. And that wouldn't have known. I got horrible visions on that if she had won. Oh my God. It was like I couldn't shut them off. It was terrible. I don't trust him either. He's a politician. You can't trust any of them. We don't know any of these people. And what is so weird about the electoral shit is people think that they know these people. What a great guy. You don't even fucking know him. He was rubbing elbows with Jeffrey Epstein. I was reading someone's comments of how much oh no, that was just a political part. Were you there? Did you attend the fucking party? Like, if you're in a picture with Jeffrey Epstein, you wouldn't want to be caught dead in a picture with Jeffrey Epstein or any of these weirdos. Like, it's just the levels of, like, these people they're just puppets on a stage. They have no real power. They can exercise some power, but ultimately they work for the Dark Lord. No matter how you slice it. I do believe that a lot of light will be shed because the Divine Creator is here. We're here. If we're here, Divine Creator is here. We are the Divine Spark here. We are the light here. We are the light bearer. And Lucifer's the light bearer too, but maybe they're calling in something different. But no, Enlil is definitely what you call Lucifer. And he was the one that flooded us. And Enki is the one that basically got the messages from the Most High God. Some say it was the Pleiadians. Still came from the Most High God. About the Ark. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Not some God and some Lord and some Father and some other Father. Like, there's too many fathers and gods and lords in the Bible. Like, that's distortion right there. That's trickery. That's deceit. For something that's supposed to be so holy. Just saying. Should not be so trickery. It should be pretty straightforward. So they did. The Taurus, which is the bull, which would represent Enlil. Okay, the full moon would represent Enlil. No coincidence. I came across that last night with the picture of Enlil and people standing around him. And he would be like the red-skinned, man that they all paint the devil to be. His reign is over. It's over. It's over. He's being called back. That's why Nibiru would be here. That means King Anu is here. That means Inanna is here. That means Inanna descended into where? Hell. Where are we? Hell. Just saying. And we're here to experience, and you can make it amazing, don't get me wrong, but when you're aware of, and you know children are being hurt and animals are being sacrificed, you're not in the heavenly kingdom. Just saying. So whatever they were doing last night was the hardcore ritual to call in Enlil. But I specifically heard Lucifer. All night. Freaking long. So I'm going to go outside and ground myself and really shake this off because it makes me feel icky because I don't call in the Dark Lord. I repel the Dark Lord. I rebuke the Dark Lord. And all night long I was calling in Archangel Michael, all night long. I'm exhausted. So I just wanted to document it and share it. And Mike Tyson lost by. Yeah, that's the other weird thing with this stuff. I don't know. with this was it Jake Paul thing? That dude was a YouTuber. This is so fucked up. Sorry for swearing. This is such cock-a-doodle-doo shit. Okay, so yes, I hear what you're saying. So Mike Tyson, fought, was on today. Background was all red, ritual. Yes, it definitely symbolized something huge. Absolutely. All you know, that's all ritual. All of that. What's disgusting, right, is people sit here and they're clapping and they're watching the fight or they're watching a football game, and then you get pan over and you see like fucking gross Rosie O'Donnell texting on her phone, and you know she's ordering a child. Right? That's what they're doing up in those booths. They're sex slaving kids and ordering children online like a t-shirt. It's gross. So I don't even watch this stuff anymore. But I get it. Because this is part of, for us to understand, like, you know, red alert, red flag, for us to pay attention, you know, with the Mike Tyson, and lost by a few points. So Jake Paul really beat Mike Tyson? That dude's like a tank. You feel like it too. He was representing youth mental health and getting through it, beating it. That's a good way of putting it. That's a really good way of putting it. This whole Jake Paul thing, he's icky too. He's really icky. He started off as a YouTuber. It made like millions. Well, Mike Tyson's got to be in his 60s. Like, I would imagine. He's older than me. Maybe he's not. I don't know. He's up there, though. He's evil. He's got, oh, God, that dude. Anytime, I couldn't even look at him, even back in the day when he was, when he first came on scene, he was just evil. You could see the evil in him. Like most. I don't know. That's interesting ritual with the red and the black and the white. And then what came up as well was the horse. The white horse came up in the news feed about, they were just saying, like, the horse that ran through London, the white horse, and they showed the picture of the white horse bleeding on its, I think its left leg, and saying how it was recovered and doing well, which was nice to hear, by the way, because most of the time they don't even tell you any of that stuff anymore. But I knew that was significant. And then you're telling me this dude was wearing white. I don't know. Just who they use to represent is just weird sometimes. Because Jake Paul is creepy. He is creepy. Very creepy. There used to be this little kid. He was a YouTuber. I can't think of his name. Cutest little thing. Right? Because it's all exposing kids. It's disgusting. And basically, they all, like, he housed them in this big mansion. I think in Florida, maybe out in California, I don't know. Big mansion. And Titus, I think his name was, this little kid. Super cute little kid. Tons of views. About reviewing toys. It's like Ryan toy review, like, weird. Exposing children. And he would house them, but he was just kind of creepy. He was just creepy. He would house all these people who were YouTubers, and he would make a profit off of them, making a profit off of other people's stuff. And then I found, was hearing he was boxing, years later. I'm like, what? He's a YouTuber. He's a weirdo YouTuber. And was hearing he was gonna fight Mike Tyson. So I was like, this is just, I don't know. It was just weird to me. How do you go from being a YouTuber to getting in the boxing ring with Mike Tyson? How does that happen? That's weird. You couldn't get me in the ring, ever. Why would you want to get knocked out? He said it saved his life. Maybe it did. That's cool. Sure. Maybe it did. I don't know. He was kind of creepy. And there was just a few of them that were just a little, I don't know, just my feelings on things, that's all. But I just wanted to come on, you wanted to prove that the impossible is possible. Oh, I guess that's a good way. Go in the boxing ring with Mike Tyson to prove there's nothing is impossible. Sure. Everybody's got their own mission. Try not to judge. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their own mission. But anyway, just wanted to share that because I'm glad to hear that you heard it too. It wasn't just me. It was all night long chanting. And a bunch of people were calling in the Dark Lord hardcore. And thank you, Anita, because I knew I wasn't the only one that heard it. And I appreciate you sharing that with me, and even these little signs, because they make sense, and they do. And it makes sense with getting visions of Christ and Morningstar at the same time, running parallel lines. And I know more will be revealed. And even when I went back to sleep, I went right back into the same dream, if you will. And so I knew I was witnessing something big. Get some sleep. I'll catch you on the flip side, love. Peace out. Remember, you are the divine spark. You are love and you are light. And you truly, truly, truly are the divine spark. There is no separation. It's just this world that wants us to make us feel separated. Peace.